everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be explaining a bit about something that happens when you are moving to a new stage in your life. So I spoke about this in my last video about the eclipse, because this is something that really comes up for us, especially around eclipse seasons, because the energy of eclipses really intensifies what we need to remove in order to move to the next level in our life. So when you are about to begin a new chapter in your life, something that happens is that old wounds and fears start to come up for you. Now the reason this happens is because the deeper part of you knows that in order to move to this next level in your life, in order to become this new version of you, you need to let go of some of the old cycles and wounds that are keeping you in this old version of you. You have to let go of these old things that are not in alignment with the chapter you are about to move into. And eclipses really intensifies this energy. So I personally am feeling this very strongly right now. I spoke in my last video about how one of the wounds that's coming up for me is some of the wounds I obtained from being bullied as a child, my imposter syndrome wound, my fear of being seen, my desire to hide. That's coming up for me. And I noticed another one that started coming up for me is my fear of disappointment, because when I was younger I got disappointed over and over again, and I felt the universe just grab me the other day and say, this new stage of your life is not disappointing you, and it's not going to disappoint you, but if you carry on walking around with this fear that you are going to be disappointed, you are going to manifest that. You are going to sabotage yourself, because you get a reflection of who you are being. So if I'm walking around fearing disappointment, I will experience that. So the universe grabbed me in this eclipse energy and said, it's time to let go of that now, because that's over. You experienced disappointment when you were younger because that was part of your journey then. You needed to be disappointed then in order to grow as a person. But you've left that cycle behind now, but you're still holding on to the feeling, and that is not in alignment with the chapter you are now moving into. So in order to continue in this new chapter, you need to leave that behind. And that is what the universe, the deeper part of you, is saying to many of us right now. So if you have lingering feelings and fears returning to you from old patterns that happened in your life perhaps years ago, like it did for myself, understand that those feelings are in alignment with a cycle that was necessary for you to experience back then. But it is now time to let that go so that you can begin this next chapter in your life. I understand that me being disappointed over and over again as a young woman was necessary for me back then to become who I am now. But it is not a pattern I am experiencing anymore. So I need to let go of these feelings that are in alignment with that previous chapter so I can move on to the next one. And this is what we are being called to do right now. So look at what is coming up for you and understand that the reason it's coming up is so that you can let it go to move forward into the next chapter of your life. And this will almost definitely be being amplified by the eclipse, which is a beautiful thing. It's painful and difficult, but it's happening so you can move to the next level. So really take a look at what is coming up for you right now. And if you watch this after the eclipse, it does not matter. Things come up all the time so that we can let them go to move to the next stage. It's just that eclipses tend to amplify that energy and that experience, but it's happening continuously. So it doesn't matter if you watch this after the eclipse. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you because it's something I'm going through right now, and I feel like if you're going through the same thing, it could really help. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.